Hi everyone. Today we're going to be talking about introductory paragraphs. And if you haven't noticed already, I've included a graphic organizer for you to use. It looks a little something like this. And we're going to be filling this out throughout this presentation. So if you'd like to have one open along with me, you can fill it out for your own paper as we go. Just switching back to our PowerPoint. All right, so what is an introductory paragraph? What is its purpose? It's there to get your reader's attention and pull them in, make them want to continue to read. It provides them with pertinent information or context, and it introduces the topic of your essay. Most importantly, it states your thesis. So a great way to structure your introductory paragraphs uses the HIT strategy. And HIT stands for hook, information, and thesis. The hook is designed to hook your reader and entice them to read farther. The information or bridge in an evaluation essay is a great place to include your concise description. And the thesis indicates your stance and criteria. So the hook catches your reader's attention and makes them want to keep reading by catching their interest. So how can you do this? There's a couple of different ways. You can ask a question. You can cause the reader to question something they thought they knew. You can make a connection with your reader, and you can use sensory details. There's a couple of different things you can do in order to hook your reader. These include dialogue, action, setting, a thought or feeling, a question, an interesting character, or a sound effect. Anything that will catch their interest and get them to continue reading. So let's say that for our evaluation essay, we're going to be using the same topic that we've been using in class, the Disney short film Snack Attack. So I want to hook my reader with a question. So I'm going to say something like, have you been wondering if Disney's new film is worth the time? So maybe say something like, have you been wondering, is Disney's new short film worth 5 minutes? And you'll notice that this graphic organizer is organized in a way that I've already done my pre-writing. So I know what my topic is. I know who my audience is. I've already seen the film and I have a stance. I know what I'm going to say. And I have the criteria that I'm going to be using. I may also have my thesis, but for the purposes of this presentation, we're going to fill that in at the end. So as we move back to our presentation, the next part of an introductory paragraph is the bridge. This is the place where you've reeled in your reader with the hook, and now you want to give them information and guide them into the rest of your essay, especially your thesis. So the bridge will provide information or background on your topic, and it bridges the gap between your hook and your thesis. It guides the reader from the general information that you start with to the very specific points that you use in your thesis and that lead into your supporting and body paragraphs. So if we go back to our organizer, we want to provide some information to our reader. They may not be completely familiar with the film, and so I might want to say something like, the new short, Snack Attack, providing them with the official title, centers around the wordless interactions of a young man giving them a bit of a plot summary, but not too much. And an older woman who have similar taste in snacks. This gives a nice, concise description without any plot spoilers and without too much summary. All right, so the next part of our introductory paragraph would be our thesis. The thesis, as we talked about in our previous presentations and classes, is the core of your essay. It should be one sentence, it should be specific, and it should include your stance and the reasons for your stance. And those reasons may preview the organization of your essay. It may give a heads up to your reader that you are going to be looking at specific criteria and list them in the order that you're going to be discussing them. So in terms of our thesis for our sample introductory paragraph, I know that I want to talk about the storytelling, the message, and the animation. I listed those as the criteria against which I'm making my evaluation when I did my pre-writing. So I'm going to say the film's use of story to convey a universal message and cutting-edge digital animation make a wonderfully entertaining quality film. You can tell from my thesis that I believe that the film is worth watching, and it indicates to the reader that I intend to evaluate it based on the storytelling, the message, and the animation. So if we take everything that we've just put into our organizer and we put it all together, we get this. Have you been wondering if Disney's new short film is worth 5 minutes? The new short, Snack Attack, centers around the wordless interaction of a young man and an older woman who have similar taste in snacks. The film's use of story to convey a universal message and cutting-edge digital animation make it a wonderfully entertaining quality film. So there you have it. That is an introductory paragraph. I may go back later and revise and polish this, but in the space of less than 10 minutes, I've done a complete intro. I hope you use the graphic organizer when you're doing your own introductory paragraph, and that you remember to always use a hook and to make sure that your criteria and reasons along with your stance are included in your thesis. Thanks.